Okay, so if you're going away this summer, then it's really important that you're thinking about how you plan on spending money. That's because a lot of banks and card providers use foreign transactions to profit. They do this by charging high fixed fees, so every time you spend, you get charged. And on top of that, they add a markup fee to the exchange rate. We call this a hidden fee because most people are unaware, and providers and banks like to keep it quiet. So ask yourself, which card will you be using on holiday, and is it right for international spending? If it isn't, don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to share with you my favorite debit and credit cards for travel. And along the way, I'll also share some important travel money tips just to help you avoid any unnecessary charges. First up, I have these two debit cards that I really like for travel, Starling Bank and Chase UK. If you haven't come across these before, then I seriously recommend checking them out, not just as a travel option, but also as your primary bank account. But when it comes to travel, they both use MasterCard's exchange rates, which are more or less on par with the real mid-market rate. This basically means that you'll be getting a good exchange rate and not charged a high markup or hidden fee whenever you pay for something. They also have no fixed fees on transactions or withdrawals, so you can spend money and take money out without being charged. Both banks are also really easy to sign up for, and you do it all through your phone with your ID. Now, these are the main things that these cards have in common, but their differences are that Chase UK offers 1% cashback on everyday spending, and that includes foreign transactions. But Starling has greater ATM withdrawal limits, specifically £300 per day or 6 withdrawals, while Chase UK is limited to £500 and only £1,500 per month abroad. So you can withdraw more money per day with Chase, but overall with Starling, you will be able to get a lot more cash. So go ahead and weigh up whether you're looking for greater ATM limits or cashback. This could probably be decided by your destination. If you're going somewhere exotic that's still quite cash orientated, then perhaps consider Starling. And when it comes to withdrawing cash abroad or spending money, there's one really important thing you must do. If you're asked by the card reader or ATM whether you want to pay in the local currency or your currency, you should absolutely choose the local one. This question is a bit confusing and actually a bit of a trick because most people on the spur of the moment just recognize their currency and select it. But if you do, then you're giving the ATM or card machine provider the authority to give you their exchange rate, which will likely be terrible. And remember, we've chosen a travel card that has good exchange rates, so we want to use them. So if you're asked this question or something similar, then just make sure to select the local currency. For credit cards, I have these two in the UK that I really like, the Halifax Clarity credit card and the Barclaycard rewards card. Both have no fixed fees on international transactions. There's also no fixed fees on ATM withdrawals, but you still will be charged interest, so definitely try to avoid taking cash out. Barclaycard uses Visa's exchange rates and Halifax MasterCard. Both are relatively similar and on par with the real mid-market rate. The representative APR, or the interest you could be charged if you don't pay your statement, will depend on your credit history, but they're both relatively similar. In fact, there's very little difference with these, except Halifax has £20 of cashback available with any purchase, whereas Barclays offered just 0.25% on everyday spending, so you'd have to spend £1,000 to receive £2.50. Hardly a deal breaker, and to rival the free 20 quid from Halifax, you'd need to spend £8,000. If it was me, I would go with the Halifax Clarity credit card. And I do believe it's good to travel with a credit card, even as just a means of backup or for placing deposits on vehicle hire or at hotels. And you do get the benefit of Section 75 protection, which does cover foreign transactions between the value of £100 and £30,000. So this means that by using your credit card, your provider has a legal responsibility to come to your rescue if there's a problem. So if something you buy on holiday turns out to be broken or faulty, then you may be able to get your money back through a Section 75 claim. A downside to these credit cards is that you have to already have an account with one of these banks, and I do appreciate some people don't want to go through the process of opening one. So if that's you, then this Currensea card could be quite compelling. This card works a bit differently to the ones I mentioned. You basically link it to your existing bank account via something called Open banking. Then when you spend money or withdraw, it charges your linked currency account in pounds and avoids any foreign transaction or hidden exchange rate fees. Currensea also has some great exchange rates, especially for popular currencies like euros and US dollars. And if you're using any one of these banks which work with Currensea, then it could be a good choice. It's also very easy to sign up. In fact, it only took me a few minutes and I received this card within just 2 days. One downside is that if you withdraw over £500 per month, then there's an exchange rate markup of 2%, and that applies to the Essential plan, which is their free one. Also, be aware that fee-free ATM withdrawals do not include any fees that an ATM might charge you. To avoid this, when you're on holiday, try to use ones at a physical bank branch, as these are often fee-free. You can also look for nationalized services such as Poste Italiane in Italy. This is the National Postal Service, and they have fee-free ATM withdrawals. Sometimes you just have to go searching to find a free one, whereas ATM machines like Euronet, which seem to be everywhere that's popular with tourists, they charge high fixed fees because of their convenience. But do try to avoid those. And again, just to reiterate my point from earlier, when you do withdraw money on holiday, make sure to select the local currency so you're getting the best exchange rate. If you're looking for more than just a travel card, so if you want insurance or a VPN and other benefits, then consider Revolut. They've been my go-to travel solution for a long time, and not just as a card, but through Premium, I've got travel insurance for me and my family, a VPN from Nord, and even cashback on hotels. Now, I've made a full video on why I think Revolut is a great travel partner, which I'll link below, but most importantly, Revolut Premium has unlimited fee-free currency exchange during the week. So you can spend money in a foreign currency, receive a great exchange rate, and pay no fees. There is a weekend markup, but I always tell people just go ahead and exchange money before the weekend so you're covered. This is really easy to do. Just go through the process of depositing your local currency into your account and then exchange the money. To get unlimited currency exchange between Monday and Friday, you will need to pay for Revolut Premium, but with Monito and through the link in the description box, you can get 3 months for free. Just make sure to upgrade to Premium within 72 hours of signing up and set a reminder for 3 months, because otherwise you will be charged. And if you're from the UK, that will be £7.99 per month. If you're interested in Revolut or any of the providers I've mentioned, then please consider using the links in the description box below to sign up. Some of them are affiliate links, so by using them, you'll be supporting myself and the channel. Hope you found the video useful. Please give it a like if you did, and let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help. And if you'd like to learn more about Revolut as a travel companion, click this video and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.